My son Jackson has this cute little Snaptain drone that he wanted to get online, and he bought it with his own money. It is a cute little beginner drone for little kids. It's like a remote control that flies, and it's great because it has headless option, headless mode they call it, and it can fly in whatever direction, no matter what angle the head of it is. So it's easier for a child to get the hang of it. Anyway, it's Snaptain, if you're looking into that. But he just flew it underneath my chair, and the little fuzzies that are underneath the chair are quite fine, and as fast as these little propellers are going, it didn't take long for it to like spin up in and around one of these little propellers. So one of them wasn't spinning anymore, and it wasn't flying correctly. So anyway, before bed, he's like, "Mommy, I need you to have a look at my drone if you can, because it's not spinning." So here I was, tackling it with my tweezers and trying to get the little hairy things out, or the threads out of the propeller. That was working a little bit. Some came out, but not fast enough, and it still wasn't working when I was testing it. So this little thing I'll show you. They have these tiny, teeny, tiny little screws, and it comes thankfully with its own little screwdriver. But I'm just showing you like how little this thing is. Like here's my thumb, so they're just tiny. Wear your glasses if you need them. But you know, they magnet together. But anyway, I just took out the million screws that it has here, and like 1, 2, 3, like there's so many, and then 4 in the battery pack area. But you know, it seems daunting, but all you do is like common sense. Take apart the screws, and that allowed me to take off the top little plastic cage that protects the propellers. I popped off the propeller. All the little fuzzies were wound around the little shaft quite tight, and you know, I just popped off the fuzz ball and put the propeller back on. Easy peasy. Now all I'm doing is I'm putting the little screws back on. So, you know, it's just little things like that that are daunting at first thought, and you're like, oh my goodness, I have to take that thing apart. Just try. I think that you'll be surprised and you'll shock yourself what you can do if you just think, like, give yourself a quiet area. And you know, right now all my kids are sleeping and in bed, and I was able to take that apart, and I tested it. It's flying wonderfully. I'm not as good as Jackson is flying it, so it was like going way over there. But anyway, I just wanted to encourage you to try new things and see how much fun you can taking things apart and putting them all back together. You'll feel like a pro. Have a good night, guys.